What does it look like to experience the awakening on a daily basis? I believe every single person's journey is completely different and unique, but for me personally, it has evolved from 2018 when it began until today. I came into this reality just like everyone else, aligned with my highest self, and didn't really get tuned away from it. I lived in the highest frequency until 2018. I had never experienced anxiety or fear or depression. When the Bible says don't worry, I took that as a don't worry. So if a thought of worry came, I said, that ain't me. I wasn't given a spirit of fear. Power, love, and soundness of mind is who I am. Until things happened that I couldn't explain, and that helped me to align with thoughts of fear. So in the beginning, my awakening looked like a lot of fear of everything. Basically what that meant is I had tuned into one of the lowest frequencies, and all of the thoughts on that frequency was fear-based. I did a lot of sleeping because I couldn't control my thoughts, and because they consumed me to the point of wanting to check out of this reality. I did a lot of distracting. I did a lot of sleeping. I did a lot of faking, pretending I was okay when I was truly not. Putting on a smile because I did not know how to explain what was going on within me. And that was perfect for me. If I had tried to explain it to people, they would have probably put me in a loony bin. Slowly but surely, I began just finding things that made me feel better. Sometimes it was listening to podcasts. Sometimes it was listening to videos. Sometimes it was meditating. Anything that would bring me just a sense of relief, I would give my attention to that. And there were some times that I would distract myself by doing something that gave me no ability to allow thoughts to come, because I had to be focused right here in this moment. And from there, I would feel amazing, and I could ride that way for a little bit until something triggered one of those low frequency thoughts. Today, I am well attuned to the highest frequency, meaning I know I am simply the awareness of my thoughts. It doesn't mean that they don't come. It just means that I now recognize them very quickly. And I recognize them because I can tell how they feel in my body. A low frequency thought feels fearful. It feels dense. My best description, or the best way I could put it into words, is it's as if I live my life under the sun, always beaming. But when a low frequency or fear-based thought comes, it's as if this gray cloud has just come overhead and blocked me from the sun. It feels dark and it feels heavy. Because my default is to be in the light, when those thoughts come, I immediately notice it. And from there, like the Bible says, when they come back, if it's swept clean and there is room for them, then you will tune into that station and there will be way more coming. When you replace that limiting belief with a higher truth, now when you feel that thought come, you can go, wait, I feel that. What did I just think? I thought this, but I know there's a higher truth, and I know it because that thought felt dense. What is a higher truth? And I replace that low frequency thought with the high frequency thought, and then that low frequency thought must leave. That spirit came back to dwell, and I furnished the house with something new, which meant it had nowhere to stay. And from there, I've tuned into the thought that I chose, the higher truth, which means I simply shifted into the station where all of those thoughts are. And those thoughts are the peace that passes all understanding, a place that I lived the majority of my life and lost it for 7 years, only to find my way back, to know the truth, and to be set free. The awakening is no joke. It is actually very, very simple, and one of the most challenging things I've ever experienced in my entire life. I am very thankful that I experienced it in the way that I did, because when I was going through my darkness, I had no one that had been through what I had been through. I didn't know anyone. Now that I've been there, my hope is that I get to share my experience with anyone going through it. And if you're watching these videos and you think, oh my gosh, someone finally understands what I'm going through, because it's all happening within, and you're looking for a community, join our Awaken to Power community. We also have weekly, on Sundays and Wednesdays, little meetups on Zoom where you get to come in and have conversation with like-minded people who are going through the same thing, which helps you feel so grounded to know that you're not crazy. You're just experiencing one of the most magical things, and it's tough. It's like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego went into the fiery furnace, but they came out not smelling like smoke. But it didn't mean that the fire wasn't hot. So you'll feel it, but I promise you, you got this. And if you're looking for a community to do it with, please join us.